Well, would you look at that? This is what made me and my family give up everything and move to Tennessee. This spot right here. We started coming to this town and doing a little off-roading. We figured we'd buy some property up here. So we bought this property. Came up here last summer and we were doing a little bit of work here. We were coming up and we were renting some equipment and working on a driveway. Now this driveway, it's rough. This is actually a really good section of it. It's pretty flat, but down here you can see about where we are in relation to the road. I hope you can see that through the trees. But that's the elevation that we have to come from the road up to the first level part of the property. Now there's another part that's level, that's another, I would say, maybe 75 feet above this level right here. That's up on the very top. And that is more than likely, I'm gonna try to get enough roads through here to where we can build a house up there. Our biggest problem here is that we bought raw land. Now there are houses, this isn't off the grid, or this isn't living where there isn't anybody, where you can't get in and out of. We've got the ability to have power. It's not going to be cheap to get it up onto the property. We have city water here, which is kind of weird because we're really off the beaten path. So to have city water is pretty wild. Oh, we had a tree fall down. So what's going down here is that we have to make it from the street level to our level property up there. And this right here it's steep. So what we thought we were going to do was, we thought we were going to come in here and grade this, just lower this whole thing way down and start cutting the bank back into like steps to keep the water from just ripping down through here and washing the driveway away. Well, the reason why when someone built this road probably 75 years ago, I think they were in here logging. Before that, they were in here and they mined this particular piece of property. A lot of the properties around here have been mined for coal. This property is one of them. So the reason why they went from the road to this point right here and left it so steep was because this whole thing right here is it's a boulder the size of a single family home. It's big. So we came in and we started breaking these rocks up with hydraulic breakers on a mini excavator. We worked here for probably a good, I'd say 8 days last summer. We rented equipment a couple times and we quickly realized that it was costing us too much money to come up here, work for 4 days. We're renting equipment, having it delivered, having it picked back up. And essentially, it's costing us probably about $5,000 per trip to come up here and work. Well, I got a quote for somebody to come in and drop this driveway down 5 feet for, I think it was either $30,000 or $50,000 or something like that, to have someone come in here with equipment and breakers and bust all this apart. Well, in my mind, I didn't think going down 5 feet was going to actually make this happen. And you can see that's where that used to be the top of the driveway. This is how far we've cut down, and this is what we're taking out. These are just one huge boulder right here. Now, over the rock stops over the bank. You don't see it over the bank at all. So basically, right here and back that way, you can see where that rock is. It's right here and it's deep. So we're breaking all this apart, and like I said, it's costing us a fair amount of money. Then we decided, you know what? Our original plan was to work for another 5 or 6 years until I was maybe 62. I'm almost 55. By that time, we would work on this for the next 5 years-ish, have something built, have it all done, and just life got in the way of business and people, and we just decided we thought it might be best for us just to make the move now. And maybe someday I'll sit down and we'll talk about all that if anybody's interested. But for right now, the steepest part of what we got going on is it's right here. And it's not extremely steep, but it's steep. So we need to take all this right here. I think we need to go down another, say, 5 feet and grade it all the way up, drop the whole driveway down, get rid of this bank, cut trees back about 20, 25 feet and get rid of all these trees. So we have sun on the driveway so it keeps it dry. And then we can build a ditch in here and actually catch the water before it washes across the road and washes the road away. I don't know if we're going to rock this. I don't think we're going to asphalt it just for the sheer cost of it. We won't have enough money to do that. So at this point, we're just lowering the grade. And I'm going to start walking down here and get through some of these rocks, and then we'll pick up down here towards the bottom, and I'll kind of explain what I'm thinking. If anybody else thinks I'm no expert. Maybe somebody knows more about this than I do, and they can tell me what I'm doing wrong and what I need to do to make this work better for us and what our goals are. So let's go down to the bottom of the driveway and we'll take a look down there. Here we are at the street level. So we got some buildings over there that we got to take down. We're going to just knock all that down and get rid of it. There's a little road that goes up that way that really goes to nowhere. It stops right up there where there used to be something there like a trolley system for mining. There's another road that leads up here to that old shed. And here's the entrance to the driveway. Now what I'm wondering is should I cut the driveway in either on this side of the pole or that other side of the pole where we come around the corner over there and come up this way, make the driveway start coming up and take some of this right here out. I don't really think there's much rock here. I think this has basically been pushed here from when they were mining. So in order to raise the grade here on this end of the driveway so we can lower it up there so it's just not as steep, if we come in from here, come in this way, come around somehow this way and make a big sweeping corner, and we could probably raise this grade about probably 10 or 15 feet by the time we get, say, up to here. If we came in down here like this, around, keep coming up in grade till we end up, we'll pull some of this down and then fill this into where it'd be a big sweeping corner into here. And then this would end up, if this is this much higher here, then, and we pull grade out down, we pull that down, raise this up. That's what I'm thinking of doing, something like that. Like I said, this is not where I'm an expert, and I have asked people about it, and they just give me a funny look, like, you know, I'm doing something that's crazy. But I don't, you know, I don't know if maybe it is crazy, or maybe they just wouldn't put the work in. I don't know. But I got to figure it out, because we got to get up this driveway when the weather's bad. We're going to widen this way out. We'll put a ditch in here to carry all the water away from the driveway. We'll tilt the driveway this way, so anything that's on the driveway is going to run into a deep drain. So any water under the surface of the ground will head that way and be taken down. I'm not 100% sure if that's the right way to do this, or, you know, maybe I should just go down that way, down the street, and come in and make a really wide drive coming in and get this raised way up. So, I mean, if this right here is 10 feet higher than where I'm standing, it's essentially, and I pull that down, it's going to lower the grade. You know, the grade would be here. If I pulled dirt out of here and added here, it's going to lower the grade. That's my thinking. So, and that's what, so this is what I know that you guys have seen my videos from when I was moving in Florida. You guys have seen me moving to Tennessee. And now you're actually seeing the property that we purchased, or at least part of it. And now it's time to get to work. We went and bought, Zach and I went and bought a bunch of tools, pumps and stuff we're getting today to get water so we can clean our equipment. I know, I'm breathing hard. Listen, I'm old, I'm out of shape, and yeah, I'm fat, but that ain't gonna stop me. I'm still gonna get this shit done. So I hope that maybe even I can get some of you experts to help me out and figure out how we can lower this grade. In my mind, that's the only way that we can do it. There's not a lot of ways into this property. This is my option. So, all right, I'm headed back up. We're back down here on the bottom of the driveway where I was earlier. And what I was saying earlier was maybe we cut the driveway in at that pole and come around this way. And Zach and I are sitting here talking, and we're thinking maybe we might be better off to widen this driveway from maybe this old stump. We take all this stuff right here out, make this street level, and make it, this thing would probably be 60 feet wide right here. And we take all this right here out, and we utilize the length of the driveway. If we cut it in here, we're shortening the driveway. If we run this down like this, and we make a big sweep and turn, and we take the dozer, and we start cutting into the woods, way up in the driveway, back over here, and now we're lengthening the driveway, and we can raise the grade, and it seems less steep because it's longer. So we're also thinking about that. Maybe that might be a better option. So listen, if any of you experts are watching this video and you see this, and see if maybe we're doing it wrong, maybe we're doing it right, I'd love to just come in from here and come make a straight shot right here and lengthen this driveway another 100 feet. Coming in right here, right through where Zach's at, we could raise it. But the problem is that I don't want to come in from this direction. There's a couple really narrow bridges down there. I'd rather come in from up here. So we're thinking, even though it's going to be a pain to basically make a U-turn, because we're turning and heading back in another direction, but If we come down here, we come in and we'll just straighten this out. We'll come in and start straightening this out right here. We'll bring the dozer in and cut all this flat. And then we'll raise the grade right here, say 20 feet into the driveway. The grade would be probably 5 feet higher if we come around this way because we're lengthening the driveway. So that might be a better option than what I was originally thinking. And this is gonna change daily. We're gonna probably sit and think about this, and we're gonna come up with different ideas about what we can do. I'm gonna take you guys up to the corner, and we'll take a look up here and kind of show you what we gotta do up here too. All right, here's the access from, this is the access from the other street that we have access off of. So somebody had some structures down here. Yeah, it's full of trash in here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come in here and basically knock all this stuff down. All these trees, we're gonna get rid of all this stuff. Somebody had built at one time, they'd stacked some rocks up here and built themselves a little wall to shore up the bank, just to keep it from dropping down in the water. And then all these structures right here, we got to get rid of these. We're going to get rid of all this stuff. Now, there was some type of structure. I don't know what it was. We came in here and we knocked some of this stuff down. I tried to get in here with a skid steer, and there was so many rocks in here that made up some type of structure. You can see that's some kind of a concrete stair that someone made. So I'm not sure how we're going to do this. The rocks in here, somebody kind of hand-picked, other than the cement blocks. But there's a lot of real nice rocks that someone had hand-picked and used for an actual foundation on some of this stuff. And I kind of hate to, I always want to utilize everything I can. So, you know, we might end up, there's something that's burned that's got nails in it that we probably, I'm taking that with me. That was part of a roof or something. I don't know. I'm not sure what the hell's going on over here. But regardless, I think what we're going to do is we're going to get the dozer over here. There's concrete block in here that has been mudded in for a structure. The last time we were here, this was really overgrown. It was closer to the summer. And you can see we came through here and hacked some of this stuff out of here. But we have to get we got to get a truck, a trailer, and an excavator in here to start ripping all this down and loading it on a trailer. So, and of course there's the typical garbage and whatnot. That's, yeah. But this stuff here, we're gonna have to get in here with the excavator and start digging all this up, or pushing it somewhere with the dozer. There's chicken wire running up here to keep animals in. We're going to get rid of all this. And it's probably not going to be that easy, but in all reality, if this concrete doesn't come up, and it will. If it doesn't come up, it's not a tragedy, because I don't really think that we're going to use any of this or anything. But what I would like to do is, there's a pretty nice rock face here. I'd like to dig all this out and get some of these, just some of the overburden torn out of here, get these trees out of here, and see what we can find in here and clean all this up, because we'd love to be able to see these these rock features that are here on the corner. So that's going to be another part of the plan, is to get this cleaned up, get all these buildings out of here. I've already been up here with my side-by-side coming through here so you can see the path. So we're gonna get in here and clean all this stuff up as well, clean this corner up. We're gonna keep all the big trees. We don't want to take any of the trees down other than this trash. It's just garbage trees and brush. So that's the plan, and we're gonna get started on that. We're collecting, like I said, tools and everything now, and we should be in full swing next week here, cleaning up trash and knocking things down, cutting trees down. So you'll see all of that.